Hey, how you doing? Woo!
Well, oh my God, don't you hate it when
Oh,
you wear something and the other person wears something at the same
I mean,
time?
I've got my cheap £3 eBay sunglasses on. Are
Yeah,
those the
I've got my cheap Glastonbury sunglasses on. I'm gonna take them off
same?
because it's actually very dark in here. I don't
It
need
is
to
here.
make it darker.
So you never gave them back to my brother. You still have his glasses.
Oh yeah, no, fuck that guy. Fuck him. Fuck him and his glasses. But it's good to see you with my real eyes.
You
Uh,
too.
I haven't seen you for 2 weeks.
Well, it's been a month or so, hasn't
Captain,
it? You
do you
know,
know
yeah,
how
yeah.
close I was to calling you your real name?
For now on, I need my superhero name tonight, please. Any transgressions from this, and you will be fined. A fine that will be chosen by the viewers. So that's up to you.
I'll try not to call you your name, but now, yes, Captain,
Thank you.
Captain Brilliant. I'm just
You need
gonna.
to think of the rule for me though, so that I don't
I'll
do
have
the
to. I
same
don't
thing.
know. I have to think of something. I will. It will come to me as we go along. It will come to me as we go
Good.
along. Just getting myself a little bit of wine. It's not a cocktail, but
I've got
it is a drink.
a lovely cold can of Beavertown Gamma Ray out of the fridge, so it's all good.
Hey, by the way, like
Mm.
I was round my girlfriend's parents' house the other day, and we had this wine, and it was wonderful. And it was lovely wine. It's not this one, but I was like, I'm gonna remember that wine. I'm gonna
Yeah.
remember that wine. All I need to remember is it's Chateau something, and it's got a picture of a house. And
How?
I went to Carrefour, and it's just like every single one is Chateau Bling de Blong, house, Chateau other thing, house. And I'm like, I may have misunderstood the French's desire to make wine with. They can't. Every time someone says, "Well, my name is Monsieur Blingy Blong," I will call it Chateau Blingy Blong. That's it.
Yeah.
No one has ever called it house.
Is he going to call it Sauvignon Bling? Is that going to be the thing?
In France, is the medical drama house with Hugh Laurie called Chateau? Because I really want it to be called that. Is it that? we're gonna fact check that. Chateau, what's your fucking problem? I haven't got a fucking problem, mate. I've got problems, plural. Want to hear?
The guy's a drug addict, so
he's not an East End gangster though. Based on my thing, you're right. He is. Did you ever watch Chateau? But in English,
I loved it. I used to sit in my jardin watching it. So
really? Hey, do you know what? Our producer Jeremy can sit in his jardin, regarde Fluda shows on his wall. That's how he does it now.
I had some lovely saucy son in my mouth the other day.
I bet you did.
I did. Every now and again, once a month, I like to treat myself to a shop at Waitrose and spend about twice as much as I would normally. But the stuff is so good. Like, it is so good.
Mate, what is ridiculous here is you go into Carrefour here and there's like a billion sausages you can choose from. I was talking to Isbo's dad who works in the industry, and he was like, in England, you might get one or two. Here we have a range of 250. I'm like, I know. It's like that bit in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory where they just don't know what to eat of their stuff. And I'm like, one sausage is fine. You know, in England, it's just a pepperami or go fuck yourself.
I know. Like a sausage fest, as it were.
Yeah, there's I think the company is called Marasu. I could be wrong, but anyway, it's basically a salami-based, meat-based company, and they're doing a promotion at the moment in the shop where if you reveal the code and you send it onto their website, and you might win something, right? And the things you can win are a little water bottle, a little hammock, or a little tent. And so as a result, they've got a little tent in the store to go like, hey, you can win all these things. And there's a tent pitched in the store. And the symbol for their company is a little green furry pig. So the little green pig is just sitting next to it. I'm like, let's just put this motherfucker in the tent like that. And I'm like painstakingly rearranging their shit. And Isabeau, like any girlfriend, is like going, shut up, stop it. What are you doing? Stop fucking with that thing. And I'm like, I'm going to put the guy in the tent. That was a week ago. I went back yesterday. He's still in the fucking tent. He's still like, I like it in here.
Mate,
Le cochon.
You're off the chain. He's in his tent and he's jardin.
Eating his sausage.
What's that
apparently
called?
there's a Japanese version of House with completely different actors. I don't want to go on that. I can take the mickey out of the French. I don't want to start down that route.
I want to make a cocktail for you, but I've
Hey,
left the eggs on the other side of the kitchen, so I need to get an egg in return. I know, right?
Go and get it while I
Entertain the masses.
Here, this is the this is the bit where, like, normally you've had a little bit of an intro, and then we can say, "Hey, welcome to Cocktails and Bullshit 5. This is amazing. We're going to get back to basics, in the words of Adam Duritz and Counting Crows, and we're going to give you some classic cocktails. One of which I've been practicing. Not that it's particularly hard. I just wanted to drink it. And oh boy, does it need less lemon. But so we've got 3 cocktails each, which we've put on the event. So if you wanted to join in, you can see how much they take, you know, or just watch us drink them. And we'll just stick them on the screen as well, so you can see that sort of stuff. But listen, I almost did it. Captain.
You're not. Yes.
My captain. Are you going to do us a drink from the off then?
If you're going to
get egg, I know what you're going to. Are you going to? Are you carry? I'll let you do it. Which one are you doing?
I'm going to make a whiskey sour. It's probably one of, if not my most favorite one to make, I think. Right. So let's get the ingredients. What we're going to need. You're going to need some of this muck. You're going to need some of this muck. I'll go through it in a minute. You're going to need some of this muck. Right.
I like how specific you are.
Yeah, I know, right? So the 3 sort of the main ingredients for this are bourbon, sugar syrup, and fresh lemon juice. You're going to mix these together. 2 shots or 2 parts of the bourbon. Use whatever bourbon you want. I've just got Jim Beam. And then you're going to go with 1 part sugar syrup, 1 part lemon juice, just to start with. So I'll measure that all out and we'll kick off, and then I'll show you the next bit.
Do it.
I'm going to do it.
While you're doing this, I made a particularly bad version of a whiskey sour about a couple of months ago at my house. I'm like, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. And it was foul. And I still can't work out what I did wrong, because I've made them all right since then. But it was particularly bad.
So I'm going to go with 30 mils of bourbon. Like I said, any bourbon, Jack, Jim, Bullet, whatever you like.
Love it.
Going to go with... You know, I said do a double. I said double, and I went single.
So yeah. Double. Try to pace yourself.
Well, my mum's probably watching.
We can only hope. Do you know what? I don't think there's a thing.
Come on, guys, comment on this stuff.
I don't think there's a thing that your mum doesn't know about you or hasn't seen about you. But yeah, like the captain says, if you've got anything you want to say, just drop it in there, because we're definitely going to make reference to it. So, oh man, I love a whiskey sour.
So do I. Do you know, in my professionalism as well, I definitely didn't forget to get some glasses. Do you know what? Hang on. It's all new, back to basics.
Don't bring me back. Because I'm going to get myself ready for some stuff then while you're doing that. Okay. Sorry, I had to go and get a glass, because once he realised he hadn't got one, I'm like, oh shit, I don't want to be that guy.
Back. I'm going to lift my top up again. Every week's a fucking learning week, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? Like, this will never happen again. And then it did. So, double bourbon, single shot of lemon juice, single shot of sugar syrup, and now we're going to get plenty of ice in there. And from the scooping, going to combine these 2 cheeky monkeys together and then give it a good shake.
I'm going to get my ice ready while you're doing that. That sounds like a good plan.
So one of the dudes that I watched online suggests that if you're going to shake a cocktail, you should do it for 16 seconds.
Okay.
So the whole of shaking is to wake up the fruit, the lemon, give it a bit of life. Right. Once you've done that, the next bit, basically you strain out all the ice, put the ice away, and then you're left with the liquid like so. You're going to crack just the egg white into there. I made a cocktail the other week that was the whole egg. We don't want the whole egg. We just want the egg white. So get in there, you bastard. Once the egg white's in, we're going to shake it again and get some froth. Shake it for as long as you want now. It's no longer diluting. Shake it for about 30 seconds, get some froth. Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, that's frothy. Like so. I'm going to put a couple of ice cubes in the glass. Like so. And this should be proper frothy. See what it does. So that's a whiskey sour.
Awesome, mate.
So I'm just going to give that a second to settle because I want you to see froth in the top and the actual substance inside. So I'm just going to very quickly wash out my whiskey glass, well, my cocktail shaker, because it's still got loads of lemony stuff in it and I don't want that. So because it's got egg white on the top, basically egg white in a cocktail smells a lot like wet dogs. So as you don't want your cocktail to smell of wet dogs, you want to get yourself some Angostura bitters or whatever. I'm going to have to do this again with my teeth. Oh, you want to get yourself a type of bitters. You just want to put some drops on there like that. And instead of smelling like a wet dog, it smells a bit aromatic and lovely. And that. What have you got? I just used some ones that were on reduction at Waitrose. If you use an ostrich egg, you're fucked. If you use a shark egg, that's bad news because you'd have to go get it off a shark and they're a bit funny about that. So I don't know.
Are you talking about the egg? Yeah. I want to see you get a shark egg, mate.
I'm going to Greece in September. I will get a shark egg.
Is it a place known for its shark? You're not a fan of sharks historically.
I've been going swimming in the sea in Hythe. I've been going swimming in Hythe. I've been getting in the water a little bit and feeling a bit more confident. I went in the other day and it was
Hythe.
In Hythe, yeah, it's pretty racy in Hythe.
Build yourself up.
Yeah, got to start somewhere. I'll be on the barrier reef, kicking the shit out of sharks in no time.
I went to Hythe, mate.
Yeah, what are you going to do? They can't do to me there. And when I was getting out, it was actually really rough. And I was walking up this pebble beach. He's like, ow, fuck, like this, walking up the shark's thumb. And as I did it, this fucking massive wave just smashed me like onto my hands and boom. And then basically the sea spat me out up the beach. Every time I got up, I'd just get back up on my hands and knees. I'm like, I'm back up. Fuck off, bang, another wave. Have some of that. It was pretty sad. They said there's some sort of secret, sad, pale sea creature washed up on the beach.
I love it. I absolutely love it.
That whiskey sour is off the chin. What size glass should you use for an ostrich egg whiskey sour? A pint glass? I don't know, but so the point of the egg is that it makes the cocktail silky smooth and I hate this fucking phrase. It has a great mouthfeel. That's what they say.
Is that what people say?
It's got a great mouthfeel. Fuck off. I hate it. So you want to get yourself a nice mouthfeel. If you put an ostrich egg, I mean, how big's the yolk in an ostrich egg? Because you don't want the yolk. right? So I don't know.
Like, hey, by the way, no size explained there. Just like I just went like that.
Honestly, if you're going to make custard, maybe save up the ostrich egg yolk. You decadent motherfuckers sat there make what you having, mate? Ostrich egg whiskey sours, mate.
Yeah, imagine if you went to a bar and was like, are you going for a hen's egg? I want an ostrich egg, or get the fuck out. And it's like, I'm sorry,
mate,
sir.
I've only got quail. Go fuck yourself, you know?
Put in 3 quail's eggs. It's a fair point. So if you don't want to call it mouthfeel, you might want to come up with a different phrase. Otherwise, you're going to be damned for mouthfeel. I know what it means. You have to. Do you know what? You make a pint and you have the head of the pint. They need that to bite through. If it was just flat, you just wouldn't. I know why you do it, but
mouthfeel.
Lip sense.
Just saying it. It's vulgar. How does it feel in your mouth? How does it feel?
Tongue taste.
Is that right? Taste. When it's forced, rammed in your mouth, how does it feel? That's better. What's its mouth ram?
That sounds like it's like memory. What's this? Mouth ram. Mouth ram? Was he a character in He-Man?
Ram is memory.
mouth ram. Quick to Castle Grayskull. I don't think I was a character in He-Man, actually.
Some characters come, some characters go. They stick around for a series or two, and then they clear off. Mouth Ram? No, he didn't even make it.
Mouth Ram never made it.
He didn't make it. Thing.
Did you have a favourite villain in He-Man?
I really liked, what's his name? This is a great one. Lockjaw.
The guy with the kind of...
The guy was basically like a robot arm and a great big massive... Was he Lockjaw? Was he called Lockjaw?
Trapjaw. Do you know, we had one which was like Manny faces, right? And he had 3 faces, and the toy, you could turn his head, and he was like, like that. And like, we loved the toy, but he never made it into the series, so we didn't know. Like, it must be a bad guy. And my brother Matthew was like, he's a good guy, I think. And I'm like, he's a bad guy. He's got many faces. And like, he turned up in one of the episodes, and we still weren't sure because he never turned up in any episodes. I'm like, Matt, come, Manny faces is in the episode. He's like, hello, I'm neither good nor bad.
Mate,
goodbye.
One of the guys is called Fisto. Like, he's got a great big massive fist. What are we going to call this guy? Fisto. Hang on a minute. No, Fisto it is. Pow! But for every good guy later on, they'd have somebody that mirrored them on the villains. So I think the villain version of Manny Faces had like an eye thing that went round, and it had a different shape on every side.
Triclops,
bam. So there was Triclops.
I was well into it. I knew loads about it.
Not me. My brother had Mechaneck. I like Mechaneck. But he didn't have the punching action where you turn them sideways and they punched.
Ram Man, you could like squeeze him down, and then when you press the button on his foot, he kind of just exploded upwards. That was always fun, I think. But one trick pony, really, Ram Man. To be honest with you.
And when they portrayed him in the cartoon, it was like he had learning difficulties as well. So, not because if you think about it, he's basically suffering from repeated cranial injuries.
Blows to the fucking head. He's like, if you've taken that many blows to the head, it's like, listen,
everybody up, Ram Man. Oh.
The sorceress is like, listen, He-Man, can we leave Ram Man behind just for this? Hey, he's our best guy. He's like, listen.
Honestly, he'll do anything you tell him to do.
Give him a day off. Give him a day off. Ram Man, you okay with that, Ram Man?
Oh, it's got fucking delayed concussion syndrome. He's
classic Ram Man.
Hey, Ram Man, you're bleeding from your ears and nose again.
I honestly, right, I don't know how they defended Castle Grayskull. They didn't. They never did. They kind of taken over all the time. They were just
it's magic.
He-Man. It's like, is this the guys I've got? An old man, his daughter, a cat, and a guy that's injured.
Who can't really do anything. He's fucking useless. And what's your name? Oh, Ram Man's no good. He's dead.
Oh, right. Oh, my God.
Right. So, you going to make a cocktail or what, dickhead?
Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, well, yeah, thank you. Yes, I will.
Yeah,
So kind.
I'm doing it. It's when your friends say nasty things to you because they secretly are your friend.
Yeah. Look at this beautiful setup I have. How lovely is this? I'm
Wow.
gonna make. I'm just gonna lean on here. Just gonna lean. Just lean. Just lean. I am. I'm gonna make a sidecar. I never made one before, and as a result, I needed to buy some stuff to make the sidecar. Specifically, I needed to buy cognac. But I'd never bought cognac before. So, and at the place I get it. So you can read the ingredients right now and learn how to make this thing along with me. I always thought it'd be a lovely, fresh cocktail. I'd never bought cognac, so I didn't know quite how to how to buy it. And in the Carrefour near where I'm in Belgium, all the good booze is locked away in a can't quite see it distance away behind the counter. So there's me like leaning over like this, going like at this, and this person's like, "You're right," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm trying to work out what's cognac from the distance you've got." So I had to like look at stuff. They had no Courvoisier, so it wasn't like they had Remy Martin, and I wasn't spending that sort of money. So I've had this cognac, so we'll need that. Let's put that in the view, and we're going to need some Cointreau. Let's get some Cointreau. We know what Cointreau is. We know Cointreau is not Mexican, but for some reason.
When will you be mine?
And we're going to need some lemon juice. Now, I made this the other day. I have to say, I've got so much ice. Lovely ice. I even got balls of ice, which I probably shouldn't use in this because it's a bit shaky. So let's fill up with ice. I always like putting loads of ice in this thing. So let's get some ice in there. I like to fill this thing up with like half a load of ice in here. I'm going to shake this because there's lemon juice in it. Because there's citrus in it, I want to shake it. So it's going to get shaken. What do we need? We need 50 mils of this stuff. I really want to taste this. Let me just drink it.
You're certainly in the right country to buy Cointreau.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it's quite a Frenchy kind of thing, but this is nice. This is kind of like whiskey. The problem with this, I had this. I'm just gonna see my hands doing this beautiful new jigger that I'm using. The thing is, because it's a bit whiskey, because it's a bit lemony, it ends up being Oh, is it premium ice? This stuff. I was in the shop today, and it was like I got the normal ice, and then I saw this on the way out. I'm like, stop! Everybody stop! And everyone behind me just by the time I'm like, I'm getting the good stuff. It is premium. They have 4 different types of ice here. Fuck you, England. Right, so we got that in there. Did I put the Cointreau in there? I've forgotten if I did that or not. Thanks very much. I haven't put the Cointreau in yet. Don't get distracted, Alex. Right, so 25 mil.
Stop being a dick. Come on.
Can I get a rewind? Have I put that? No, that's that one. That's that one there. Right, let's put them out of the way. And finally, lemon juice. Now, lemon juice, which I pre-lemoned. The problem with this is that I tried this the other day, and it was super lemony. 25 mil of lemon. There's nothing else you can taste. So I'm only going to go 10. All right, guys. Like, I'm just not messing around. That doesn't feel like quite enough. Maybe 15. Fuck it, let's put in 25. Go fuck yourself. Okay, right, fine.
How was it? Lemony.
No. Look at that motion. Thank you. Okay, let's try and make sure it actually.
Nice. A nice dismount.
Yes, it was nice. That was good. Right, let's put that at. Let's us get ourselves a glass. This is a glass. And let's strain that shit out.
Oh, yeah.
Some people like to put like a rim around this like Margarita has, but with like sugar and stuff, but I haven't done that. There you go, Sidecar. I'm going to taste that. I'm going to taste it when I've put my camera like back up again so you can see my face. So let's see, slightly less lemony, mainly because when I had it before, all I could taste was lemon, and I just spent £30 on cognac. So fuck that. Lemons cost like 40p. Still just tastes lemon. I don't think it is. It's actually fine. A fresh tasting Sidecar. It's not my favorite cocktail. But it's quite like the whiskey sour because cognac's a bit whiskey and lemon's a bit soury. So
Wow.
if you want a cheap version of what you made without the egg.
Classy guy. Is it nice though? Do you like it?
It is nice. It's hey, listen, because of the lemon, I love that citrusy is very summery for me. So this is the kind of thing you want to drink. I think I could see that bit of a lemon peel on the side, the kind of rim around it. It's cool, but the mouthfeel that I'm getting.
Oh my god! It's fucking awful.
I don't know. The mouth feels good for me. It's just that. I think we'll just have to go with mouthfeel, but like it's cold, it's fresh, it's summery. I mean, by the way, I heard that various different people were competing for who made the sidecar, basically. And so someone turned up in a sidecar and demanded a drink, and then we're going to call it a sidecar. I love how cocktails have come from somewhere and everyone boasts a claim to it. I don't know. It's okay. It's okay. I think I prefer to have a whiskey sour.
Instead of mouthfeel, can we say it's got a good gob texture? Can we say that?
You think that's better?
Yeah. Can we
I'll give you a good gob texture.
I'm sure you will. The gob texture means you like.
Oh my god, the gob texture. I'll tell you what, mate, that's the hit of the whole fruit.
Oh man. God.
Let me move you back.
Good. I'm thinking that I might just swing straight into another cocktail myself because I've smashed the fucking whiskey sour to bits and back.
Do it.
The gob texture was off the chain. I'm going to go with an old-fashioned is going to be the next cocktail that I'll make for you.
Oh, this is a classic. When we're talking about getting back to basics, this is a real classic. So
it's supposedly the old-fashioned was the original cocktail. Like people were making a lot of shit during the when they had in America when they had the
crash, Great Recession.
Jesus was put on the cross. No, when they couldn't drink alcohol in America.
Prohibition.
That's the word. Good with your words. When they had the prohibition, they were knocking up any old bollocks they could. And they were drinking formaldehyde. They were drinking all that shit on Boardwalk Empire, where they were just doing whatever they could to get whatever drink they could. And then the guy was like, no, this is all bollocks. I just want an old-fashioned, which was the very first cocktail. And it's simple. It's booze, sugar of some kind, and some bitters, and that's it. And I'm going to make it for you now. So
do it.
I am going to do it. So we're going to get...
I want to describe this one because I always think it's just like muddling a load of sugary stuff and then mixing it with a big ball of ice or something.
Well, what I'm going to do is this is not going to be shaken. It's going to be stirred. Fuck you, Bond. So we're going to get some ice into the stirring device like this. I'm going to get a nice stirring jar to stir it. And again, we're going to go with bourbon, bitters, and we're going to go with some sugar.
Love it.
These are the ingredients of an old-fashioned. It's dead easy. So much like...
They're up on the screen as well.
Awesome. Just read, damn you. So what we want to do is, again, we're going to go with 2 parts. You take the dust cap off the pourer, help you pour the booze out. There we go.
Top tip, everybody.
Top tip. We're going to start with a double measure of bourbon. Any bourbon. I'm using Jim Beam. It's what I have. So go with that. Then you're going to want about a tablespoon of, I'm going to go with a rich syrup. So a simple syrup is usually equal parts sugar and water.
Boil that shit up.
Boil it up, and then it will just melt. This is a Demerara rich sugar, which is 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. But if you've just got normal simple syrup, like the one I used before, which is this one, you can get it from the supermarkets for about £4. Just use that, or make it for pence. It costs pence to make it yourself. So I'm going to go with 1 tablespoon of this. However, I've got the same jigger as you, Alex. I think yours measures tablespoons as well, doesn't it?
It does.
I'm going to go with a tablespoon of sugar, like so. And then I'm going to go. Then you want your bitters. I'm going to go with the Fee Brothers Black Walnut Bitters, which you can get off Amazon or off other places, Whiskey Exchange, places like that. But if you've got Angostura, just use Angostura or Angostura Orange. It doesn't matter. There's about 1,000 different ways to make this. And we're going to go with 3 dashes. 1, 2, 3. Like so. Get yourself some kind of stirring device, maybe a bar spoon. That's what I want. Give it a good long stir. For about 30 seconds. A bit more. That'll do it. Get yourself a nice glass. This is a glass. And I'd probably put just a couple of bits of ice in there. And then, as if by magic, we're going to strain this again. Just don't double strain it, just single strain it. Like this. You just want the ice out. There's no bits of fruit.
Yeah.
And that goes now like that. And then I made this a few weeks ago, I think, or something similar. People were complaining there wasn't any fire. So there's going to be some fire involved now. I'm just going to cut. Ooh. Basically, you want to get yourself a nice, fresh orange. Cut off a section of peel, like so. So this isn't really going to... Basically, the orange peel is full of flavor. It's full of orangey oils that are amazing and taste good. And we're going to get this orange peel, hopefully, to express some of the oil. So if you just heat it up, it'll start to sweat out some of the oils. And then...
If you just joined us right now, Captain Brilliant is making an old-fashioned. He's going to set light to it, I think. Or at least you're going to set light to the orange, right?
Yeah, the orange peel. That first bit didn't work very well. I think the orange is a bit old. But try again, because I want this to work.
Hey, listen, just set light to yourself.
I'll just set my T-shirt on fire and get horribly burned. So we're going to do this. It's hard to explain, but it sort of starts and then it burns. And you just do a little bit of that on there. And you can also smell. There's like a caramelized orangey smell. Fucking hell, that's really good. That is it. It's basically sugar, bitters, bourbon, and a little bit of water from dilution, but it's easy. It's good. It's great.
I've been standing here the whole time like this.
I want to see if I can get the orange peel. You carry on, but I want to get this orange peel to burn.
I will carry on.
Oh, I will, said Alex.
I'm
going to get this to burn.
Hey, folks, it's Jeremy.
Hey, Jeremy.
How's it going?
Really good.
I'm burning myself.
I have a comment for you.
Go on.
Robert Illing says, I know I said do something interesting. Set fire to yourself a couple of weeks ago, but I didn't actually mean it. This isn't Bird Box.
Yeah, you did, Rob. Yeah, you did. Hey, Rob, you've seen Captain Brilliant do countless bullshit things. This is not new.
Yes.
This is not new.
Yes.
Hey, good to see you joining us again, Rob.
Do you remember many moons ago when we were dressed up like monks in the field with several hundred people, and I chose not to wear underwear under my monkly robes, and then we were attacked by a giant flying eye, and I went to fend it off, and as I did, I tripped over, and my whole robe just came up over my head, and the lot, cock and balls, and a pair of...
And that's why we called you Brother Balls Out.
The clumsy assassin.
Brother Balls Out. Like, it's just like brilliant. He was like, I'm going to go and get my bow. And, oh, fucking hell!
But the thing is, though, like, being completely naked is one thing, but having a pair of, like, army boots on whilst you're naked is just vulgar and vile. I wonder what the gob texture of that motherfucker was.
Do you know what? I have to say, I miss LARP so much. when people go LARPing, live action role playing, they normally change their picture to say like "gone LARPing," and I really, with great sorrow, want to change my picture on the weekends when we can't go, when we should be going, so just like not LARPing, like this really sorrowful kind of thing. I am desperate. I've never been so desperate to get back to live action role play. It's crazy. That and Essen, the two things I really want to be doing.
And trying to explain it to somebody who doesn't do it for a hobby, they're like, so you just fucking dress up, yes, and run around in a field with a rubber sword kicking the shit out of it. Yes, that's it. That's all. And getting drunk.
It is impossible to really appreciate if you haven't done it or haven't been there, you know, because you can talk about it. But also what's worse is when you see it on camera, because we did a video of it and it got filmed for Dario Brian's Tough Gig. And when you watch it from your home where you're just being normal, seeing these dickheads be dickheads, it's hard to really make that connection. But if you're there, it makes perfect fucking sense. So
it does. I put some lights on because it's getting dark in my kitchen.
I've got... Yes!
Let's do it.
That just sounded to me like saying yes. I was reacting to Jeremy.
Yes.
Hey.
It's been suggested that
Captain,
we should do a thing. Yes, that's my name.
I've got an idea.
Tell me
Why
about
don't we do that thing that Jeremy wants us to do?
Yes!
Yes!
Hey, folks.
Hey, Jeremy! Yay!
Yay! So they got really excited at the idea of something we're going to do special this week. We're going to have a game of Jeopardy. But it's purely, if anybody actually watches Jeopardy out there, it's purely the questions from the Potent Potables round. So all of the questions are alcohol related because, you know, this cocktails and bullshit, man.
Are we going to do this now? Does that mean one question each and that's it? Or how are we doing this?
I will explain such to you as I switch to our very slick Jeopardy slides and have a little bit of ambient music as I explain the rules to you.
Do it. Do it. Love it.
Patty, are you familiar with Jeopardy?
No.
Okay, then I will explain it in detail for you as well as our audience. So Jeopardy is a quiz. And what we're going to have are a selection of questions. You are going to choose different value amounts. So the options are £200, £400, £600, £800, or 1,000.
Wow.
And then if you get the question right, then that point value will be allocated to you. Whoever's got the most points at the end wins.
Get that amount of pounds.
So I'm going to need.
He's not going to give
guys...
you that pound. He doesn't get that pound value.
Right,
I'm not giving you any money. You understand?
All right.
But I'm going to need you guys to choose like a buzzer or a way of like buzzing in. So maybe you choose a word that you shout, and then whichever of you I hear first, I will give to.
I will scream the word booze.
Booze, okay.
I'm gonna shout mouthfeel.
Actually, fuck it. I'll shout gob texture.
Okay.
I will shout gob texture. Like
so basically, I'm listening for the G sound and the M sound here. Is what I hear from that.
I'm not that fussed about being first.
Well, you kind of have to be first because if he answers the questions, then you don't get to answer it. So.
Oh, okay.
I guess as well, the loser has to do a fucking fine of some kind.
Yeah, why not? So we're going to do single regular Jeopardy now, and then later on in the show we'll come back and do double Jeopardy. So all the point values will be doubled.
When can we buzz in? Or does it have? If he selects
Alex,
it, does that?
You ask. You ask a very important question, which I was just about to get to. So what's going to happen is you'll choose a value. I will read the question out loud to you. It will be on the screen for our viewers, but not for you. You cannot shout out until I have completely finished on like saying the question.
Okay.
If you buzz in early, I'll just tell you to shut up and carry on.
Okay. So, okay, cool.
Keep the score as we go.
Go.
I'll just get my very slick and technical notepad here.
I'm going to get some wine in my glass.
I need a pen. Right. So, I remind that the values to choose from are 200, 400, 600, 800, or 1,000. And as the Jeopardy novice, Petty, I'll let you choose the value. So, where would you like to go?
1,000.
Going straight for the 1,000. Okay. Here we go. It is said that the heat from a ship's hold improved the taste of this Portuguese island dessert wine.
Mouthfeel. Madeira?
Alex, that is the correct answer.
Fuck's sake.
Get in!
I was going to say that. Oh, right.
And now you get to choose the next value, Alex.
I'll take Potent Potables for 800, please, Alex.
In 1915, the French outlawed this wormwood-flavoured liqueur, first made commercially by Pernod in 1797.
Mouthfeel.
Petty. Sorry, Captain, I'll drink.
It was absinthe.
Ugh.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
It was absinthe.
Correct.
Oh, I thought I had it. Right, okay.
I had Madeira.
Please choose
so...
the next value. You got 2, 4, and 6 left.
I can, what, 200, 400, or 600? I'm going to go Potent Potables for 600.
Okay, before we do, I've just had a voice in my ear.
We're doing it wrong.
Which
we're not phrasing things as a question.
That's right, yes. That's something I completely forgot. The way Jeopardy works is you must answer in frame of a question. So
what is Madeira?
Yeah, so whatever it is, you have to say what is.
What is absinthe?
Yeah, that's my bad. That's something I forgot to say.
I forgot as well. Okay.
Okay, so we're going to go for our £600 question. Here we go. Sabra is a chocolate and orange flavoured liqueur made in this country.
Mouthfeel.
Alex.
What is Spain?
That is incorrect. And in my role as host that I'm failing badly, I forgot to mention that if you buzz in and you get it wrong, you lose that point value.
Oh,
so
I
Alex
didn't know
has
that.
just lost 600.
Oh.
Betty, would you like to take a go, or would you like to pass and not lose
No, all right, thank you.
I don't.
It comes
Can
back
I guess
to
again?
Patty to choose then. No, you can't. You only get one. You've got 200 and 400 left. Where do you want to go?
400, please.
200.
Repeat.
I thought you said 200. 400, please.
400, thank you.
Yeah.
Many consider the dry phenotype of this fortified wine the world's finest.
Mouthfeel.
Alex.
What is port?
Incorrect.
Ah, bollocks.
Captain, would you like a go?
The captain will decline to press his buzzer at this time.
You're going to win if I just keep talking bollocks.
Yeah. Are you into minus points yet? You must be on zero.
You can do that.
He is
you
on zero, yes.
Ah, shit.
No
I
need
can't
to
win now.
Well, you can. You've got the double Jeopardy round later, so don't panic.
There's more?
Here is the last question in this round for 200.
Yes.
It is the main alcoholic ingredient in a pina colada.
Mouthfeel.
What texture?
Alex.
What is rum?
Correct. For those that missed the answers for the 400 and 600 question, I'll just go through those quickly. Many consider the dry phenotype of this fortified wine the world's finest. The answer was sherry. And for Sabra is a chocolate and orange flavoured liqueur made in this country. The correct answer was Israel.
Oh, well, shit, son. That's miles from Spain.
The captain's well fucking happy he didn't buzz on in those motherfuckers, because I too would have a shit score right now.
I just wanted to take part. What's the scores anyway?
So the scores after the Jeopardy round, Captain, you are on 800, and Alex, you are on 200. So it's still all to play for.
Not too bad. Did you enjoy that, Captain?
Yes, look, I'm crotch chopping. That's for you.
Degeneration X!
I'm checking out, and I'll catch you later.
See you, bye, Jeremy. We love you.
See you, Jeremy. Do you know, the show picked up when Jeremy turned up? Can't deny it.
Honestly,
he wrote those questions, and he made up Jeopardy all in his own.
My
citation needed.
My score was nothing right up until that point. Do you know one of the things I forgot to do? when I made the old-fashioned, I spent a little while earlier collecting some smoke in this Kilner bottle.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I got some applewood chips, and I wanted to start a small controlled fire on my gas hob. What I actually got was a medium-sized uncontrolled fire and quite a lot of smoke, of which I captured some in this bottle. So, just for a second, I think I'm going to tip my drink into the Kilner bottle and let it smoke for a moment.
Was this for your old-fashioned, you're saying?
Yes.
Okay.
Because I captured all that smoke, and it's just sat there.
No smoke without fire. That's what
There was
people are saying.
definitely a fire. If you can see the other side of my kitchen right now. So basically, when you're smoking a cocktail, you just mix it in with the whatever container you put the smoke in, and you put it in. Oh man, I can smell it already. It's awesome. And you just let it sit there for a moment, which we'll do, and then it goes back in the cocktail glass, which is fun. That was fun. Hey, so guess what I did this week? Because I'm a real man. You ready? I changed the coil pack on my car.
Wow.
What the fuck? Right?
I mean, I didn't even know. Yeah. The word car was the only thing I understood in that sentence.
So your coil pack tells your spark plugs when to spark so that your engine runs properly. And mine went fucked. So
it's a common problem.
Yes. In fact, that's exactly what the mechanic said. It's gone fucked. What you got to do, it's not a big deal. You just slide it out and put another one in, sort of thing. But there's 4 of them, and you don't know which one's knackered. So I had to change it 4 fucking times, and then reverse up the drive and drive back down a bit to see if it's working properly. So if there's 4, okay, and you're going to pick one, what are the odds on that, Alex?
Well, what's the chance of getting it right first time? Yeah. 1 in 4.
So I didn't get that. So now I've got 3 to choose from. What are the odds there?
1 in 3.
So I didn't get that. So I changed it a 3rd time, and I've got 2 left. So what are the odds?
50-50.
Yes, I didn't get that. I had 1 left. What are the odds?
A 1 in 1. A 100%.
I didn't get that either. So I stuck it up my ass, and now it works fine. The car works fine. It's fine.
Hey, listen. Question, actually, we've got. Yeah. Does the smoke, do you think, affect the mouthfeel?
The gob texture, you say?
Yeah. I mean, have you ever been a smoker?
I've never smoked.
So, smoke goes in your mouth. Have you done it? Are you doing it?
It just, it doesn't change the gob texture, but it does change the taste a little bit. And so...
It doesn't change the gob texture.
Have you been to Bar 55 with me?
Yeah. What, in Camden?
So Bar 55, that's the first place I ever had, up in Camden. Bar 55, excellent place. Check it out once the corona
lockdown's done.
Get yourself up there, you're going to love it. Happy hour from 5 till 8, 2 drinks for 10 quid, like in London, 2 fucking cocktails, man. What the hell? So, it might be 12, whatever. Either way, it's good. And the point being, they smoked the shit out of a bottle like that and put the old-fashioned in. That was the first time I'd ever had a smoky old-fashioned, and I'm like, this is amazing. It's really nice.
This is the win.
Absolutely. But the gob texture is the same. The taste and the...
I think I saw, actually, when I was looking at our comments, that Rob comments how slick everything looks. Yeah, we can thank Jeremy for that, Rob. He has put a lot of effort making us dickheads look less like dickheads. But thankfully, our mouth still speaks bollocks. So,
is that the feel of the bollocks? Is that the feel of the bollocks in your mouth? The mouth feel of the bollocks? Is that good?
Yeah, it's testy feel. Mouth nad.
I like gobnad. Gobnad.
Gobnad. Have a feeling of a nad.
How is your buccal cavity today, Alexander? The nodular feeling upon my gob is grand.
Do you know what? My worst fear right now is that because Isabeau has gone out, catch everybody up, I'm still in Belgium, right? So yeah. Isabeau, my girlfriend, has left because she wanted to give me some space to do this. But the worst thing would be right now is if she's gone, hey, to her parents, I'll show you what he's doing right now. And there's us going, gobnad.
Gobnad.
Mouthfeel.
Bollocks in your mouth. Like,
who's this guy you're going out with? Trust me, I'm hilarious. Last night we were on a boat, motherfucker. Last night we'd gone to the cinema, and afterwards there's a boat on the river that's also a bar. So we went to that, and I was making all these jokes, and I was messing around with the guy who was the barman who had a mask on. He comes over, and I'm like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he's like, "I'm like, so anyway, yeah." And I said, "Hey, do you want?" I ordered the drinks. I said, "Do you want cash or card?" And he went, "Cash." And I was like, "Hey, good job," because I'm being all kind of like lighthearted and fun, and he's just like not having any of it. And you know what I'm like, so I'm just like, and so I pull out from my wallet, my tiny wallet, 20 euros. But as it turns out, I thought I've got one 20 euro note left. But as I do it, there's actually a second one behind it. I've got 40 euros. And as I do it, they're both tightly next to each other. So like a magician doing a shit trick, I went, what's this? 40 euros? How did that happen, huh? And he just looked at me like, do you have the 60 cents as well? And I'm like, no, actually, maybe he's. It's like the whole thing was. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Did you take a coin from behind his ear just to trim the fuck up a bit?
No, he just wasn't having any of it. Normally, I try and speak Dutch, but I'm like, no, you only get in English, mate, because you wouldn't join in. You wouldn't join in. As I left, I went, thanks very much, mate. Rather than my regular Dutch, which I'm fluent in, and I won't demonstrate. But like, and then at one point, I don't know why, we were listening to a load of 90s stuff was coming on over and it's like loads of stuff. And I'm like, Nirvana came on. And I was like, let's find out who else is a Nirvana fan. I look around the place and literally no one was joining in. I'm just like, maybe I'm the only person that was in the 90s here. Anyway, while I'm talking about this bullshit, I think I'm going to make a cocktail because it's time because I haven't got a glass now.
This is a glass.
It's a glass. Back to my cocktail station.
Ram man.
Oh shit! I need to get rid of the stuff that's in this one. Hold on. Sounded good. Right. Let's make a Cosmopolitan. I tell you what, there's no drink that Isabeau likes other than a Cosmopolitan. It's a really easy drink to make, and almost certainly the ingredients will be up on the screen very soon if they're not. But the Cosmopolitan's a vodka-based drink. It's really good. I recently saw something when I was looking it up the other day to get some better ideas for how much to put in it, because we put more Cointreau in than other people do, and it makes it better. So this version is much better, I think. I was looking up, and one of the comments on Google was, is Cosmopolitan a girly drink? And I was like, no. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's a fucking drink. Get it in your mouth. There is no concept. Fucking dickheads. Get it in your mouth. It's tasty. Right, let's make it. So you're going to need to put some fucking ice in here. Long ice. I just like to put in loads of ice in. Like half of ice in my shaker, my Boston shaker, my 2-part shaker. And in this thing, we're going to need 45 of vodka, 45 ml of vodka. If you've got one of these jiggers, by the way, that we all get from Sainsbury's, which is like big, small, that's 50 ml, 25 ml. Just do 50 ml of vodka and 25 ml of Cointreau. Don't fuck around. Just do big, small. Don't mess around. And I'm not going to mess around either because I want the booze in my mouth. So vodka, 50 ml. Good start. Cointreau. We're going to do 25 ml of Cointreau. Almost out of Cointreau here. She won't be happy. We drink this like almost all the time. Then what we're going to need for this sort of thing is cranberry. Cranberry. It's in the fridge. This is what makes it like very pink drink, which is what people say is like.
Thing is, though, the Singapore Sling's really pink. Is that a girl's drink? Is it? Fuck.
Yeah, there's no such thing. Drinks are for everybody, just like colours.
My friend Chris likes the Singapore Sling, and he's built like a brick shite house. Tell him as a girl.
There is literally no distinction. It doesn't make any sense. And then we'll have lime juice, which I've also got prepared in the fridge. And we only need 10 ml of this. You put 2. If you are doing a Cosmopolitan and you're putting lime in, lime is going to be overpowering. Lime will fuck up a drink, so be careful with that, I think. And it's 10 ml of that. So let's just put that in there. Because if you put 20 in, you'll know it. And the person you're making for will know it. I did it the wrong way around. Bloop.
Don't worry about it. It's going to be fine.
bonk.
Did you just say bonk?
Can you do the song, please?
Tell me, control.
Quanto, when. Okay, thank God for that. Right, strain it. It needed a shake because it had fruit juice in it. If it was all alcohol, we'd just stir it. Sorry?
You need to wake the flavour of the fruit. Oh, that's such a girl's drink. It's pink. What the fuck?
If you feel like that is a... There you go. I'll just... I'll do a couple of things here. First of all, stand my thing up straight so I'm looking at you. Hey. I don't have a cool cocktail cam like the captain. I have to put up with just this. Yet. Hold on. And let's have a look at this. I'll tell you what this needs, actually. This is beautiful. So put that in a martini glass. That's a Cosmopolitan.
Nice.
What might be nice is if we... if I just have, I think, a slice of...
pork pie?
Yeah, that's right. A slice of pork pie.
Is that what goes in it? Oh,
there you go.
No, you need fruit.
Honestly, I wish I had a pork pie right now. So it's just like slice of fucking pork pie stuck in there.
Man.
What I would say about that is I don't have my little mini strainer from home because I came with the bare essentials. But I would probably double strain that because there's like loads of other stuff in it.
Yeah, if it's got fruit in it, you're going to want to do that. Otherwise, it's going to be fruity.
Oh, my God. Cosmopolitan's perfect. It's a beautiful drink. I think everyone would love it.
I think that I'm going to tumble headlong into another cocktail because I've finished my old-fashioned.
Because you're rushing headlong, out of control.
And I think I'm going to make espresso martini next. Is what I'm going to do.
Oh, that's very popular. People love that.
It is. So that's what it's going to be. This is a shaky one. So I'll get the shaker. Thank you. So if you look at the cocktail cam right now, what you're going to need for this one is vodka, coffee liqueur, cold brew coffee, and tangle up your microphone wire, and some syrup. That's what we need. Right, so let's start at the beginning, work our way through. Oh, this is going to be a shaken, not stirred. Fuck you, Bon. Fuck you.
I'll randomly eat some crisps.
So, with this one, you're going to start with... Yes, please, because it sounds like he's fucking stamping on twigs. Right, so we're going to start with 2 parts. Take the dust cap off, Petty. You have to do a shot because I've got my own name wrong. Great. So I'm going to go 2 parts or a double shot of vodka. I'm going to go with a single shot of coffee liqueur. Right, and then this is cold brew coffee. It's just espresso strength coffee that I made earlier. You can make it in an espresso machine or a cafetiere or whatever you use. And you want to go 25 mils of this. Or if I went 2 parts vodka, 1 part Kahlua, you want to go 1 part coffee. And put all that crap out of the way where I don't need it. And whereas last time I used a rich syrup, which is 2 parts water to 1 part 2 parts sugar to 1 part water. This is a simple syrup, so it is just equal parts sugar and water. And we're going to go 1 part of this. No, we're not. I'm being a dick. We're going to go 1 tablespoon of this, not 1 part.
I thought you said I was unmuted.
Like so. So put that there. I'm using the same jigger that Alex used, the one that you get from Amazon, which tells you tablespoons and mils.
The beautiful one.
It is beautiful. So with this, you basically want to Shake this up with the ice, get a nice froth. I've got a espresso glass here that I put some ice and water in it. You want to chill your glass like that because there's going to be no ice in this drink and you don't want any more dilution once it's done. Oh, come on! Right, I want to get some
mouthfeel.
That cheeky bastard.
Just like shouting it.
So let's see how we're dealing with it. Shout. So the water and the ice in there. Get rid of that. So this glass is nice and chilled. Now I want to pour that in there. And this wants to be. You're trying to get that espresso froth on the top.
No.
Which it will get. And then what you want to do,
I'll let you.
What you want to do at the end of this, you want to sort of sexily as you can. You want to put a liberal scattering of coffee beans on the top in a sort of sexy.
I've seen
like
3 in a sort of Triforce pattern. I like that.
There we go. No, I just did a sexy swan neck arm thing. You can't really see them in the froth because they've. But what I would say is, fuck me, that's good.
I've never had an espresso martini because I'm not a big fan of coffee unless it's in coffee. But that said, I love a White Russian. So if I like a White Russian, would I like an espresso martini?
I'll make you one. Next time we're together, I'll make you one because that is fucking brilliant. Is that? Because it's not made. So when you get your espresso shot thereof, it has a froth on the top. This was made a few hours ago and left to cool in the fridge. You don't get quite as much froth, but the taste, fuck me, that's good.
And the mouthfeel.
The gob texture's off the fucking chain, bro.
Much discussion of the word Cointreau. Cointreau.
Yes.
Cointreau is a great mouthfeel when you're saying it, as Rob is saying, and Keris is discussing. It is a great word to say, Cointreau.
It is.
Triple sec's a good word as well. Triple sec.
Do you know, I remember my dad. I remember a lot of my drinking sort of memories as a child were from my father because I myself didn't, because I was a child. And I remember my dad drinking Cointreau and him getting out a knife.
Neat.
No, he basically opened a bottle of Cointreau one Friday night, had a bath, sat there in his dressing gown. Had a bath, sat there in his dressing gown, put on some Pavarotti and got shitted on Cointreau. And he was sat there in his dressing gown, no pants because he's a savage. And he was just, and it was, do you know how you see in the films where the dressing gown goes all the way down like a proper dress? His just sort of came down to about half a foot above the knee because and he's got a bottle of Cointreau.
That cheeky bastard.
Cheeky balls out, Keith. Got the penknife out and just fucking got. He's like, the Cointreau comes with a thing that naturally slows down the speed at which the Cointreau exits the bottle. He's like, no, I don't fucking need that.
Get that fucking thing out of there.
Waste of time for everybody involved.
I love this image of your father, actually. You know, it's just like, fuck it. What drink have I got? Fucking Cointreau. Get that shit in there. I think it's time to have those other quiz questions because, I mean, I think you're a bit ahead. I thought once I got that first one, this is plain sailing, but then I inadvertently was a dickhead.
I had you on the absinthe.
Yeah, I really thought I'd said that. Oh, man.
Had you on the absinthe?
How did we not get the earlier ones, which were ostensibly easier? I say bring back Jeremy for the next round of Jeopardy or whatever we're doing while I get slowly pissed.
Here I am. Here's our music again. So this is double Jeopardy. The point values are double, so you're choosing this time from 400, 800, 1200, 1600, or 2000. Or 2000, but no one says that. I'll help you out as we go.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Rules are the same. Remember, answer in the form of a question. You have to wait until I have completely finished the question before you shout your words.
Okay.
Let's have a practice shout, Captain.
Booze! No, hang on. Gob texture!
Say what you want, man. That doesn't matter.
Yeah. Gob texture!
And Alex?
Mouthfeel! I was trying to do it like Park Life.
Mouthfeel.
Mouthfeel! You too, man.
I can't remember who
won.
The question was on, but
almost certainly
as the captain went first on the last, I think Alex, you can choose the point value to begin Double Jeopardy.
Let's start at the very beginning, and if it's double, can I say Potent Potables for 400, please?
You can indeed. Here we are.
Okay.
Well, wow, starting off at the other end. Right.
Well, I felt, why not?
In the song American Pie, it's what them good old boys were drinking.
Mouthfeel!
Alex.
Fuck.
Whiskey and rye.
That is, of course, correct.
But not a question.
Man. Oh, shit! You're right. Do I forfeit? Who knows? Let me have a drink instead.
That sounds reasonable. So you pick again.
What is whiskey and rye? I was very eager.
Yeah.
Pick your value.
Sorry.
Again.
The next one to an 800. Can I have Potent Potables for 800, please?
You can indeed. A district in Tuscany lent its name to this wine, which comes in a straw-covered flask.
Come on, we know this.
Oh, gob texture?
Yes,
is
Captain.
It maraschino liqueur?
Is it what, sorry?
What is maraschino liqueur?
It is not. That eradicates all of your points.
Bollocks.
Alex, would you like a go?
I know the one you're talking about, and I can't remember it.
The correct answer is, what is Chianti?
Oh.
Fucking hell.
Pick again, please, Alex.
For a, what's the next one? 1600?
You've got 12, 16, and 2000.
Oh, 1200, please, Jeremy.
During Prohibition, this family of rum makers invited Americans to Cuba for weekend-long parties.
Family of rum makers? Who makes rum? Nobody wants to lose any points for it.
I don't have a sound effect, so I'm just saying it. The correct answer is, what is Bacardi?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, really?
I was going to say Bacardi. Fuck's sake. I didn't have the confidence.
That's because you don't want to lose any points. Mate, it's not real. Just buzz in. Let's just fuck about. Come on. Okay, still my board.
Hang on. But before you do, I'm just going to remind you of your points, because it's still all to play for. The captain is on 0. And Alex has 600, so it's basically anybody's game still at this point.
Yeah, because it's like the points are like 1600, 2000 or whatever.
Correct.
I'll have Potent Potables for 1600, please, Jeremy.
Okay.
Oh man, it's like I'm in the game. I love it.
When King George VI visited this country in 1939, Crown Royal whiskey was introduced there as a tribute.
Mouthfeel? What is Scotland?
Incorrect.
Ah! Just went for a whiskey thing.
Captain, would you like a go?
Go on.
The captain will fail to press his buzzer at this time. Thank you very much. So we're both back to 0-0.
Well, he's on minus 1,000, actually.
It doesn't matter. It's all on the last question, isn't it?
It is, yeah. The answer to the £1,600 question was, what is Canada?
See, like, it's not real, so I don't care. But yes, I mean, it's not my board anymore, right? Because I lost, so it goes to him.
Well, no, it is still your board because you were the last person to get a question right. But there is only one question left, so there's not really much of a choice here.
I'll take S words for 2,000.
What?
There's not any categories. This is shit.
That 0.1 people are going to get.
I'll take. I and he will take Potent Potables for 2,000, please.
Okay, the final question.
For 2,000, please.
To prepare a brave bull, pour tequila in a glass and top with this coffee-flavored liqueur from Veracruz, Mexico.
Sorry. God texture.
That's fine. I got that you buzzed. What is the answer, Captain Brilliant?
What is Saint Karaz. Is it Karaz?
However you pronounce it, it's not right.
Ah.
Is he losing now?
Not that this works with the timing, but the current score is -2,000 to -1,000. So you can win by not answering.
If you don't fucking answer, you're a loser.
Have a go.
Mouthfeel, what is Kahlua?
It was after the buzzer, but the answer was correct. So you won anyway. Doesn't matter. But by default.
Hey, I did try. I thought you were going to say Kahlua.
You son of a bitch! You betrayed.
And wasn't there a forfeit? I think you were saying, I think when you were winning in the first round, you were like, wasn't there a forfeit? Fucking drink it. Drink it.
There is a forfeit.
Fucking drink it.
No. Give me, a shot of Kahlua?
I don't care. Yeah. Do a shot of Kahlua. I don't care.
Come on, throw it out to anyone that's listening. What's going to be the forfeit? Let's do.
Listen, there's like a few people watching. He needs to forfeit. Please comment and tell us the 2 or 3 shots he has to do. It's double Jeopardy, so it needs to be 2 things. Hey, even when we were doing the beer dice, they made me do fucking 2 things.
Yeah, sure. Okay, tell me, what is it? What am I doing? What do you want me to do? I'm right here. I'm your puppet. Your marionette. What's the gob texture on that, Petty, you prick? Sorry,
Captain. Man. By the way, Jeremy, thank you so much for making that, because that was a lot of fun. I bloody love Jeopardy.
What is the shot that Petty has to drink now? So can you do your thing in the style of a question, please?
Yeah. What is tequila?
What is tequila?
Do you not like tequila?
No, not on its own. Like in cocktails, sure. Like I prefer mezcal, I think, but
you might have some kicking around with that, by the way, because my one's still around.
Definitely don't. I do. I bought a bottle of Pimm's today for 12 quid. I haven't had fucking Pimm's for ages.
Do you know I made non-alcoholic Pimm's for Amy one time, which the active ingredient is balsamic vinegar. I shit you not. If you put lemonade with balsamic vinegar and fruit and shit, then you mix it up. It tastes like Pimm's. I swear to God, try it. If you don't believe me and you think I'm lying, get some fruit, some strawberries, some mint, some lemon, some orange, all that shit you put in Pimm's. Get some lemonade. Get a tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Mix that shit up. Let's have a look at what forfeit.
Comment.
From Keris says, "What is Kahlua?" And Rob Illing says, "Tequila shot." But you snort.
You don't have any.
You don't have. Yes. You look for my mezcal. My mezcal's probably sitting in a box. You've got to snort You've got to snort the salt and the lemon and the lime. I don't know that I want you to do that really because it's bad enough. But
want me to do that?
A shot of Kahlua and a shot of mezcal if you can find it.
I don't think I've got mezcal. I could do like a squash frog or a Bazooka Joe or
make a Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe and a shot of Kahlua. That's what you have to do.
I'll have to get the stuff. Bear with me.
That's okay. I'll talk. It's good to have you guys here. Thanks very much for joining us as we make you do forfeits and stuff like that. I've got one more thing to make. I don't know if I'm up next. I suspect Oh, how wonderful. I'm going to be doing a Manhattan in a minute because I love a Manhattan. It doesn't get much more classic and classy than Manhattan, but I'll talk about it in a bit when the captain has come back with all his drinks and he can make his shit. But it turns out there's 3 ways you can make a Manhattan because I went to a bar one time in Canterbury and I said, "Can I have a Manhattan, please?" And I was being as suave as I could. And they went, "Sweet, dry, or perfect?" And I was like, I didn't want to be that guy who didn't know, but I also love kind of not knowing in a way and go, "I'm sorry, I don't know the difference." And I don't think he really explained the difference between a sweet, dry, and perfect Manhattan. But don't worry, because I think I've worked it out, so I'll be telling you in a minute. Have you got your stuff?
Hang on.
Oh, it's almost perfect timing. Almost perfect timing.
Keris says, are you guys keeping count of the number of squashed frogs over the whole series?
Do you know what? I think the captain made 2 or 3 during the beer dice one, and maybe 1 during the beer dice one and 2 during the one before that. So this is probably about the 4th he's made. You get to see it this time, Keris, though, because normally you miss it. It's not super alcoholic, though, I'll say that, because it's like grenadine is part of it, right? So it looks cool.
It does.
So if you're watching this and you want to see more of it, I mean, you might have been kind enough to follow my my page on Facebook. Do that. It's Alex Boughton. If you haven't done it already, just go and like it and follow it, because that'd be very kind. Also, if you're a Twitter kind of person, I'm at Alex Boughton, so you can find me there. And if you like Instagram, which I very rarely post on, but maybe I should, I'm Alexander Boughton. So, hey, I'm my name, like literally fucking everywhere. So glad you joined us here today. We played a wonderful quiz. If you're just joining us or you want to catch up, we played a wonderful quiz, which I won, unbelievably. What was that? What's that, loser? What's that?
Right. I can't.
It doesn't matter. By the way, it's not important what you make. The important thing is that you suffer.
Yes, I will suffer.
By the way, this is not suffering for the captain. The captain can take alcohol like no one else I know.
It's almost like look at him with his pretend bullshit. Right. So, do you want a cocktail cam this? Good, Jeremy? Thank you. So I'm going to go. First thing I'm going to make is a barman's handshake, which is half Kahlua, half Fernet Branca. I'm going to do 50 mils of that very quickly. So that's 50 mils. That's a shot. Alex is going nuts with the ice. So that's that. That's wonderful. Lovely, lovely. And then I'm going to do a shot of this. This is Danger Sauce. It's from Hungary. If I can be honest, I don't know what it is. Somebody bought it for me. Danger Sauce. Somebody bought me for this and gave it me in a plastic lager bottle. I don't know what it is. I do know it's fucking awful. I don't know
what it is.
Oh. Alex went, oh, the captain, Danger Sauce. This is Danger Sauce. Nobody wants it. I don't want it. It's my punishment. I fucking hate it.
Hey, listen, if you go to the Beacon Bar, you get a chance to get the Danger Sauce. We've all tried it. I would have suggested that first. Did you nick that beaker from a lab? Yeah.
Oh, mate, you should. Mate,
Danger
you should
Sauce.
see my flask. Yeah.
Hey, by the way, Captain, do you know what I found today when I was in the Hyper Calf War? Was Underberg. Yeah. Underberg. What? Do you remember
Underberg?
Yeah, it's the noise you're going to make when you throw up. It's a wonderful. I'm going to buy some of it. And it said on it, the best thing to have after eating a meal, like it's a digestive, you know, like.
Right. So the Fernet Branca, this stuff that I just bought, the Fernet Branca, and I also have a Fernet Menta. That's an Amaro, a bit like Campari, but also like a digestive. So that's
Amaro.
What was the thing I saw earlier in the week? When you open your mouth and you've got some teeth, then you've got a few teeth more. That's a moray eel. So they have 2 sets of teeth. There you go. Sorry. You're going to make a cocktail?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Gob texture?
Gob texture. Gob texture. It's the gob that likes to taste, but you mustn't touch. Back once again with the Renegade Master to my ice, my perfect ice balls. Yeah, so let me just triple Triforce. I'm just like, hey, I'm cool. I'm hanging out down here at the bar. Yeah, I'm going to make a Manhattan. Now, think about Manhattan. The Manhattan suggests you want those good old boys drinking whiskey and rye, by which, like, rye is a whiskey, so fuck those guys. But rye whiskey is a really good thing to use for this. It means they're using rye as a grain more than 50%, like 51% of it. The difference between that is if you don't have rye whiskey, you can use bourbon. That's fine. That's just using different stuff. Maybe it's using corn, you know, in the mash. And all that sort of stuff. It's wonderful stuff. But the thing about it is that, like I say, when we went to Canterbury one time, we all got a cocktail, and I got Manhattan. They said sweet, dry, or perfect. And I was like, I don't want to be a dickhead, but I don't know the difference. I've worked out that a perfect Manhattan is where you put the bourbon, and then it's the vermouth that you're adding. So, like, I have two different types of vermouth here. I have the dry and the sweet. Dry, sweet, dry, sweet. So if you use it with all dry, it's a dry Manhattan. If you use it with all sweet, it's a sweet Manhattan. And if you use it with half and half, it's a perfect Manhattan.
So we're going perfect.
That's the difference. I can make whichever one you want, but like I was going to make a sweet one because I've tried all three this week, and I'm telling you now, I prefer a sweet one to all the other ones, which isn't a big surprise. So let's make the sweet. That is true. It is what it is.
Want?
What's that? What did you say?
What cocktail would Ram Man want?
Ram Man. Well, hopefully Ram Man thinks like I do and wants the same thing, because I'm going to make my
your head into Skeletor.
Hold on.
Can I just ask, is a Manhattan not stirred?
It is stirred. It's going to be stirred in this.
Right, I understand.
Not all of us have a wonderful stirring jug, but yeah, I'm going to stir it in this because there's no fruit in it. There's no like lemon or lime or pineapple, and it's just all alcohol. I'm just going to stir it. So it's going to get stirred in my kind of like shaker, basically. So what we want is bourbon. Okay, so we need 50 ml of bourbon. I wanted to get some. There's a wonderful place in Ghent called Books and Booze, where you can just buy books and booze, and it's wonderful, but I couldn't get there. So I'm just going to go for bourbon. There's no rye here. This is probably, I don't know how they make it, but I imagine it's like corn in the mix. But let's just
Bourbon is sweeter, warmer, darker. Rye is drier, spicier, and
50
slightly
ml.
different. But they're kind of similar, but they're both beautiful.
So 50 ml, a bunch of ice in there, by the way. 50 ml of bourbon. We're going to do a sweet one. By the way, I don't know anyone that's ever going to order a dry martini. A dry Manhattan. I don't think the dry that's nice, really. So let's have 25 ml of that, and let's just shake that. Oh no, I know what I need.
Turn the fucking thing. Don't shake it.
Oh. That's what I was looking for.
Can you find that on any corner shop in Brussels?
I mean, again, no, you can't. By the way, I went to try and find this in the local shop, and they were like, "I don't know what you're fucking talking about." I had to go to the biggest. I had to drive like 40 minutes out of town to find this fucking shit. It's £10 in Sainsbury's. It's €16 here. Fuck me.
Didn't you, mate? They saw you coming. Look at that guy. Look at his. He's the man who's walking like he wants an Angostura bitters. Get the fucking price up. Stir, you bastard.
By the way, my stirring is so professional. You won't notice it, but I'm actually stirring it really well. But anyway, so we'll stir this because there's no fucking fruit in it. Stir, stir, stir. Then we'll strain it out in just a minute into a glass I haven't prepared.
The stirring song.
The stirring song is done. Where's my fucking... Oh, there it is. Bonk. Bonk. Bedle, 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 bedle. Maraschino cherries. Not officially maraschino cherries. It's a fucking cherry. Get your cherry into the fucking drink.
You want to get your fucking bar in. You want to get
I
your
know,
bar in.
I'm fucking with that. It's not on the recipe, but put a cherry in it. All right.
Stick a cherry in it, Alex.
Stick some gears on it and call it steampunk. Right, I'm here. I've actually put my thing up wrong, but there you go.
Yeah,
That's a Manhattan.
Yeah.
I bloody love a Manhattan, I have to say. That's why it was saved the best till last.
Cheers.
Skål!
Na zdrowie.
Oh man, that's good. Yeah, by the way, if you go to a bar and you say, and they say sweet, dry, or perfect, just say sweet. Just say sweet. Don't fuck around. Just say sweet and say it with confidence, because the bottom line is you're going to be happier there.
So I want to try something very quickly before we go, for time is not our friend right now. Time turns, the fire burns, team.
Time out is gone. The quest is on.
Is on. I want to try something new. We might need cocktail cam just for a moment.
Do it. I'm going to drink. You carry on.
Today, I purchased, not today, earlier in the week, I went to Waitrose and I purchased tonic syrup.
Okay.
So tonic syrup, basically, you don't have any tonic to put in your gin. You go gin, syrup, and soda water, and it makes an amazing gin and tonic, apparently. So I'm going to give it a go and give it a taste. Tell you what the gob texture's like just before I go. So I've got so many gins to choose from. I think I'm going to go with the Brewdog gin, which Jen, my friend Jen, bought me for Christmas. So it's literally dead simple, this one. You're going to go, it suggests on the backs different ratios, but I'm going to, okay. So I'm going to go with a shot of the syrup, like so. So it's 1 part syrup.
Yeah.
To 2 parts gin.
That's such a lovely sound that made.
Mate, didn't it? Shall I do it again? Near to the mic.
It was perfect, mate. It was half dry, half sweet.
It just...
I love it.
And then we're going to go
the Foley artist at work.
Oh, shitting hell. Right. The soda was slightly shaken, not stirred. And then we're going to go with 4 parts of tonic water. Let's just see what happens. I think the glass, this is a glass. The glass
is just a glass, by the way. I say that so much.
I can't stop saying it. Yep, the glass is just the right size. So this is 1 part syrup, 2 parts gin, 4 parts soda water. So just 1, 2, 4, double it every time. And the verdict is... Oh, mate, that's pretty good.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
I've been standing here like this the whole time.
This, wow. Like it's gone a kind of orangey, muddy color, but yeah, man, that's pretty fucking good. So when I see you next, when we meet next, like in however long, when you're to your back,
I'll be back in August.
Right. So in August, I'm going to make you one of these. Yes, I'll make you one for your birthday, and then we'll talk about it. But this stuff is just called Tonic Maison. House tonic, please.
Tonic.
Tonic Chateau.
By the way, yesterday I had some red wine on this boat place, and it was just like house red wine, €3.60. Better red, and I had it, and I'm like, that's fine. And I'm not, by the way, I don't know anything about red wine, but it wasn't all that great. So I upgraded to the next red wine, which was $3.90, so 30 cents more, and it was so much better. And he came along, and I was like, hey, yeah, 30 cents. He wouldn't have any of it. The guy was like, so I was like, well, what the fuck.
Did you do a sort of table magic trick to cheer him up?
I tried it already. I tried to take these things. Also, I had like some little kind of like sponge balls, and I made one and then another one, and they wouldn't have it. It was just like
tell you, something I need to say.
Yeah.
When I made the espresso martini, you basically grind up some coffee beans, make your coffee super strong in what do you call it? A percolator type thing, or in an espresso machine, or whatever you do. Choose your beans carefully. But I bought my beans from a place in Sandgate called Orchard Lane, where I buy my coffee sometimes, and I also bought some coffee beans from them, and the coffee was lovely. And I said I'd mention them, and if you live in Hythe, go to Orchard Lane, check it out. They're great.
You should do that, man. I mean, by the way, no, that's cool. Before I left Folkestone, I bought a coffee grinder because I bought my beans inadvertently from the Chambers when I needed ground coffee, and I got beans, so I had to buy one. Good to buy one that with a burr, right? Not a chop. Don't buy something that chops your beans. Buy something that burrs your beans. Like
what I would really like is some sort of conical fed burr grinding coffee machine, so just the gravity drags it through, so it's consistent. Whereas now, I've basically got an electric grinder that I think chops. So you just guess. Yeah. Guessing great, you know? It's not consistent. It's not great. It's not what we want. I'm going to turn my head sideways.
So, producer Jeremy, how long have we been on for? How are we doing for time? If I might ask, as we've done 3 cocktails each, you know.
So we have been live for about an hour and 35-ish minutes. So
hey, that's pretty good.
I think we are drawing towards an end.
Let's draw towards a close.
Look at my lights. Look at my lights in my bar. I know I've done this before, but I love it. Check them out. Oh, my God. Look at that shit.
Probably see them better on Cocktail Cam. Here you go.
Yes. It's fine. It's fine. We're all good.
Happy times. Happy times.
The stuff from Waitrose and Orchard Lane. So I've done all my objectives. So hang on. Just to clarify then. So I beat you at Beer Dice, but you beat me at Jeopardy?
Yes.
Is that a thing?
Thank God it is.
Good.
The series is one apiece.
One apiece? Mm-hmm. Well, I just accidentally turned the volume right down, so I've turned it back up so I can hear you.
Oh, this is so good. Honestly, sweet Manhattan. Do it.
Is it
I'm happy to call a halt to this, and we'll pick it up in probably won't be a couple of weeks. It'll probably be back when I'm back from Belgium and off holiday.
My understanding is you're in Belgium right now, traveling and seeing your good lady, and then you're going on holiday. So what, might be a month till we're back? Or...
I'll be back in England on August the 2nd, and I'm happy to do shit from then.
What date is it today? Okay.
God, that's a long time ago. But normally we do this in 2 weeks' time. I suspect, we'll find out whether we can, but we'll check it out. Doesn't matter. We'll do this offline. Thanks very much for joining us anyway.
Hope you've had fun. Hope it's been good. We could pre-record, but I love you. And Alex, I love you.
Mouthfeel!
Gob texture. Jeremy, I love you. Jeremy, I love your gob texture. Don't smile and laugh. Just accept.
If people want to find you, Captain, where can we find you at?
What? My geographical location or online?
I was meaning online.
Yes, you can find, honestly, anytime you want to check me out, come to Preposterous Adventures of Captain Brilliant on either Facebook or just type Captain Brilliant into the intertubes and you'll find my webpage and stuff on there and all that sort of bollocks. And just look for me. My picture's a superhero picture because I am a superhero.
Cheers, then.
There we go.
In which case, thanks very much for joining us, and we'll see you whenever the next one happens. Just follow us and you'll find out.
See you soon.